Alright guys, thank you for coming back. I have a video that you've heard many things about of this gun. You've heard bad things, you've heard good things, you've heard multiple things about this gun that was released in September, and you guys probably can already guess what that is. And yes, you are correct. It is the Springfield Prodigies. Now I have two of them here, and we're going to talk about the things that everyone hasn't talked about with them that much. We're going to talk about modifications on these things. I have had both of these guns since September 1st, and they have been fantastic firearms. I put 500 rounds through them the day I bought them. Most of them have some of the stock internal parts, which I did keep: the stock hammer, stock sear, stock disconnector. I just worked them up a little bit. But what we're going to talk about is the neat things you can do to these guns. They're, budget friendly 2011s that you can modify. So I'm going to kind of go over them one by one, and we're going to start off with not this one. I want you to see it, but we'll go over it next. We're going to start off with the 5-inch Prodigy. 5-inch Prodigy is an amazing firearm. Beautifully made, fits well. As you can see, it is clear. There's no ammo, no magazines. So now that we got that cleared, let's go ahead and talk about the 5-inch Prodigy a little bit. These things are very modular. You can run staccato grip styles, you can run STI grip styles, you can run the Chile grip styles. So there's a lot of different grip modules that you can replace on this gun. That's just one of the few things you can replace. Let's talk about the trigger. These triggers are amazing out of the box. I mean, they do about 4.5 pounds. Not too bad, but when you work them up a little bit, you can get them down to the sub 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. I like to get mine around 2.5 pounds, which both of them are actually at 2.5 pounds. So we can kind of go over that. And, with the 2011 platform, I know they call it the 1911 DS, but we all know what it is. It's a 2011. Everybody thinks, oh, it's not a staccato, that's not as reliable. They've been having troubles with the barrel and things like that. I've had no trouble. I've got over 5,000 rounds through the 5-inch, and I got over 6,000 rounds through the 4-inch, 4.25. So with that, I'm gonna kind of go over what I did to it. I put the Crimson Trace Rad Pro optic on here. It's not a bad optic, very budget friendly, easy use, very click tactile design settings here. You get your plus button and your minus button on each side, so you can turn it up, turn it down. It works really great. Warranty's fantastic on them. I've only had to use warranty once on these optics before, and Crimson Trace didn't even fight me. They sent me a new optic right away within 2 days, because I was taking a class with this very firearm. I took an NRA instructor's course with this firearm, and they got me my dot just in time so that I can take my class with the firearm that I was intending to. With that, we've done the Atlas Flat X trigger in blue. There's a little bit of fitment required. The bow is a little bit thicker, so you gotta go in there and Dremel it out, and then take some single files and file it up a little bit so that you can get that smooth, easy action of the trigger. So once you get that filed in, it's really nice, super easy after that. Then from there, I added the Dawson Precision Magwell. So as you can see, Dawson Precision Magwell fits nicely. Does have to be a little bit fitted on the inside. Nothing a little file and sandpaper can't fix, but after that, it's amazing. Empty magazine, as you can see, no ammunition. Slides right in real easily. Goes in real smooth. Works really well. Just gotta blend the insides a little bit, but it's been flawless ever since. With that, let's talk about the internals. I did tune the internals quite a bit and polished with flits all of the MIM parts that everybody talks about. They're easily fixable. You just polish them up and you'll get that smooth cycle. You'll get it down easily to 2 and 2.5 pounds, which has been remarkable with this firearm. I have competed with this thing in Steel Challenge. I have not done any USPSA matches because, as you know, Carry Optics Limited Division is going to become a thing possibly in February of 2023. So stand by for that. That's what this gun will be used in. So I will be doing more matches with this firearm, but I did use it in Steel Challenge just to take a feel for it and ultimately test the reliability of it. And it was flawless, all 300 rounds through that match. I did do like a fun steel match, and once again, flawless. And actually the person that shoots it, and you've seen in the videos, Rob Latham was there at that match, and they all ran Prodigies, and they were flawless, no jams, no problems. So these are great guns. You guys have to just be, you know, open-minded and realize that most 2011s back in the day were not reliable. You had to tune them every single time. But this gun has been reliable for me out of the box. Like I said, I've got over 4,000 rounds through it. I've had no problems, no failure of feeds, no plunking test failures, none of that, and I do reload my ammo, so like I said, this thing has been amazing. But let's get to the part that matters. We are going to talk about the 4 1/4. Now the 4 1/4 I bought just specifically for this reason. I knew that DSC Gunworks was coming out with a comp barrel. That's right, a compensated barrel. I mean, look at the quality on the DSC comp barrel. Once again, this is clear, safe, no ammo, no magazines. DSC 9x19 barrel, compensated. I mean, this thing shoots flat, it's smooth, it fits really well. It came with a new recoil spring. As you can see, here's the old barrel. Came with a new recoil spring, perfectly tuned for the compensator and for the slide action on the barrel, which has been absolutely amazing. I mean, with the additions of the Atlas thumb rest, which has been phenomenal. I mean, it feels great. It sits flat, it shoots really flat. Once again, the Atlas Flat X trigger, big fan of it, red one. And then I mixed it up a little bit because I did want a matching magwell, so I did get the Terran Tactical minimalist magwell, which has been great. Once again, it fits the magazine really well, releases the magazine, fits it really great. I mean, super smooth, no funneling issues there. And once again, this gun was worked over. I did it myself. I went ahead and filed the inside to fit the trigger a lot better, retuned the trigger. Once again, back to the flits. Flits always does the job, polishing up the internals, polishing up the slide rail, stuff like that, making it super, super easy. You know, this thing will ghost rack just fine. I've had no problems with that, and it has been performing amazingly. And I do have footage of this. I'm going to be posting a video right after this that will tag kind of into here, and we'll show you this thing in slow motion, my fast, doing double taps on there. And you're gonna see that this barrel has been running great. I got this thing about 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks ago, probably I think right before the new year I got this barrel. And I've already put 1,000 rounds plus into this barrel. Has been flawless, no feeding issues. I mean, he said there would be no feeding issues. There would be, you know, it would run extraordinarily well, and it has. I mean, he's done a fantastic job. I mean, look at that. You cannot tell the difference between the Cerakote on the compensator and the slide, so he has done a fantastic job at that. DSC Gunworks has all kinds of other types. So for your staccato, he can get you a barrel. He can do a barrel for. He does trigger jobs, Cerakoting, all kinds of things. So take a look at his website. He does a fantastic job, and this barrel has been amazing. Like I said, a lot of people have talked poorly about these. A lot of them have said great things. The thing is, I've had both of these since the day of release, September 1, and like I said, this one's got over 6,000 rounds through it. Has been flawless. Here's the stock barrel. This stock barrel has well over 5,000 rounds. Like I said, this barrel has over 1,000 rounds in it, so collectively over 6,000 rounds. So this thing has been flawless. Once I worked over the trigger, the disconnector, and tuned everything, it has been smooth. This one pulls at about 2.2 pounds. Very light. Great click reset. Very simple, very nice. I mean, Atlas has always made a great trigger. I'm a big fan of them, and I've been thinking about switching over the grip module to Chile for this one and kind of doing like a Steel Challenge, Steel Master, because this will not fit the standards or the rules and regulations of Carry Optics Limited Division. As we know that they're making that a provisional division, this would not fit that because of the compensator. But the thumb rest does work, and this is probably something that we'll be putting on, yep, you guessed it, the 5-inch for the Carry Optics Limited Division, because that will be allowed. Like I said, the gun has been amazing, and I know a lot of people have had some bad things to say, but you got to give this thing an option. This is a $1,400 long block. You can take this thing and modify. I am into this thing for less than a staccato P, way less than a staccato P. I mean, really the most expensive add-on is the barrel. So when you really think about it, and if you can fit these things yourself, it's very inexpensive. If you have to send it out though, there's a lot of good people out there. Skips Guns, DSC Gunworks, they do a lot of great work on these guns. So, and then if you need internals, EGW internals ignition kit, or even the Atlas drop-in ignition kit, which I have been curious about and I'm thinking about trying, just to see what it's all about and see what the trigger pull is when I'm done. Is it worth buying a drop-in trigger or modifying it and working it myself? With that, we're going to go ahead and send you over to the video footage. I want to thank you again for watching my videos, and all those people have been asking questions in the comments. I will always be getting back to you. I check every day to make sure that I get those answered for you. Thank you, and enjoy the video.